What's up, Taurus? This is Jesse with 44 Astro. This is going to be an 8-8 Lionsgate reading for the sign of Taurus. Whatever that falls in your chart, whether it's Sun, Moon, Rising, whether you have a stellium in Taurus, whether you have Venus conjunct your ascendant with aspects on Taurus or Libra. I want us to stop right there. Taurus can play a heavy role in someone's chart without it being their Sun, Moon, or Rising. You cannot have it your Sun, Moon, or Rising have Venus there. It could have, and then that Venus have aspects to your Sun, your Moon, your Ascendant, or all of them. That would flavor your chart in Taurus for sure. Or I say Taurus, it could be Libra too, but this is a Taurus reading, so I'm specifically focused on that. Taurus can play a heavy role in your chart. We were going to stop there, but it wasn't enough shuffling. It could be that it's like on your North Node, or it's on your MC, your midheaven, which is like what you want to do for a living, and then have and that be in Taurus with Venus, on it on your midheaven, and that would be that like what you do in life is similar to like your path in life is like a Taurus path. It's very possible, or like what your vocation would be, like what you do for work. So that you'd want to watch Taurus then too, because that's what 10th house is all about, and your midheaven will be in your 9th and 10th house no matter what, and most people would be 10th, and so if you had, let's say, Venus conjunct it, and then it was like aspecting, and maybe it's in Taurus even, then you maybe you'd be a banker, or maybe it would definitely be something involving money, most likely. It could be something with art and beauty and stuff like that. But you'd want to look at what other things flavored the aspects on Venus and in the house. But anyway, there's all kinds of ways to have strong Taurus in your chart. Eventually, I will make videos if I can keep building the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start dropping astrology videos. It's my promise. If we can get there. Right now we're like 50 something, but we moved up, so I'm happy. So I'm gonna keep doing readings until I build the channel up. Then I'll okay, we're done. Ooh, this card again. So we're gonna stop right there. So that card wants to come out. That 7 of Cups wants to come. That's twice I've seen it. I tried to give it some more shuffle, so it didn't come out. It's coming in this reading. I don't know exactly where. That's lots of ideas. And the Lionsgate is all about abundance, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's abundance reading. Oh, you got an Ace of Cups, though, with the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. This looks like an emotional reading already. Transformation. Looks like a little bit of work. Like money. Could have some kind of emotional connections about money. We're going to look at the full picture, though. Something hidden. Something secretive. Okay. Okay, well, I don't put a lot of credence in this. I'll probably draw a Moonology card at the end to kind of see if it ties everything together. Take that for what you will. The 5, that would be kind of like squabbling, people arguing, that type of thing. So the general question, or the general energies, seems to be emotional fulfillment. Could be about a wish itself. Could be a wish in love. Could be a wish about something that you want clarity on. Could be a new start emotionally, right? Could be maybe starting a new relationship or thinking about starting a new relationship, or that's your wish to start a new relationship with someone. I don't know if I see the Lovers here, the 2 of Cups. I do not, but I do see the Page of Cups. And it could be about, ideas, just in general, lots of ideas. And you're trying to figure out which cup you wish to pick to make you have this, to where you feel like this. And that is your wish, right? That's your wish for that. You want an overfilling cups. You want 9 cups flowing like this, but you don't know what choice to make, maybe. And did I see anything here with choices? We'll get some clarifiers, so we'll see. And I wouldn't say there's anything necessarily here involving specific, like a choice. Got some scales here. The current path you're on is suggesting the death of something or the transformation of something. And again, this could be relationship related because there is a Page of Cups right there, right? And that's the Death card. It's a transformation around an offer of love. Looks like generosity, or it's giving and receiving, right? It's giving and receiving. In a relationship, you need to do both, right? You need to give and receive. Tauruses are really good at that, I would say. My wife is a Taurus. I've spent 21 years with a Taurus. I understand the sign pretty well. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm the opposite side of the axis anyway, right? They're the ones that stare across at each other. They're the solar opposites, as you would say. And She understands giving and receiving very well. I would say no sign in the zodiac understands it better than Taurus. Y'all understand the entire aspect of that. I mean, it's the second house. It's mine. That they understand that aspect of things, at least materially for sure, and even more so in the relationship. She understands it very well. And it could be a transformation in that, right? Like maybe you need to. Maybe in the relationship you're in, or that you're looking for a relationship that understands that better. And it could be an ending of a relationship that didn't understand that better. Or it could just be a transformation in yourself emotionally about giving and receiving. Maybe you're like, look, I've given so much of myself and I don't feel like I'm getting in return in whatever situation that is. It doesn't look like work. Well, yeah, it does. Over here, you do have a work card, but it's a different path. And that's actually suggesting that like you're going to create something over here. This path looks like kind of a transformation. Or a death of an old way of somebody may have offered something to you, because the death card is facing that cup that he's offering. Something that seemed good, right? Something that they offered something to you. Could be an emotional, could be something that they even said was valuable, could be something like that. And you realize later in the give and take of it that it really wasn't, right? That maybe you were giving more, or vice versa, or either way it wasn't balanced. Or the path that you're on is a transformation to find a balance and give and take, in your emotional relationships, or just in your specific relationship, or in the way you offer yourself forward in love, right? Like you're willing to offer, but you need the right give and take. And you're trying to view it a specific way. That's kind of what it feels like. And it definitely could be some kind of new emotional start. Like that's what it looks like. It's like a confusion around what choice you want to make. But like this other path, this is Three of Pentacles is like, look at what I've done. The world is completion, having it all, right? Having everything you need, accomplishing it all. You have the world, and then this is also having everything you need to create to manifest everything you want in the world. And it's like whatever you do choose to work on this path, or if you just buckle down and work on something that you're proud of, that you want to show others, that you're going to have the world. And we're going to have to clarify both the paths, I think, to see what it is maybe that you're creating over here if you choose this path. This path looks very promising. Not that this path doesn't look promising, because this looks like generosity and balance over here, and generally in emotions. There's something in the outcome that worries me a little bit, but we'll get to that. The advice is like, just start out on the new path, right? Work hard. You got 2 9s here. You got 9-9, right? That's generally completion. As far as like people to say that 10 is the last, and the tarot, okay, there is a 10. There are 10s, right? But the 0 is actually just a placeholder, right? The last number is 9. The Fibonacci sequence, the numbers go to 9. And you study the occult or anything in that, it only goes to 9. 9 is the boss number. It's the last number. 0 is a placeholder, like he's a 0 card, right? But this is a new beginning. This is the 9s going to the 0. It's like your hard work paying off, right? You having everything you need, and you'll be able to start on a new journey, this journey that you're choosing. But I do give you, and that's the advice, it's just saying, just go for it. It's just saying your hard work is paying off. You have everything you need. Step out on the new path. Make the choice. Saying make the choice. But this is what worries me, because you have the Moon here, the Page of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. This is some sneaky energy, right? Normally I wouldn't guarantee you that the 7 was somebody trying to like manipulate you, but with the Moon there, it almost certainly is. And the same thing with the Page of Swords, right? This is some kind of message that's going to come in, and someone's going to try to throw you off and confuse you. If you are trying to start a new relationship, or if you're trying to get out of an old pattern, there's someone that's going to confuse you and try to ruin that for you. That's what it feels like. Could be an air sign. Could be an air sign for sure. Could be a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Hopefully it's not the message I'm sending you. I hope not. I'm warning you about it. It can't be me. I wash my hands clean. With the death card there is the only reason I say that. Because the current path that you're on, it's a transformation around that. Could be you get bad news or a message that's, whatever this message is, or this person that comes in and gives you this message, or however it comes to you, It's not all of it's being revealed to you. There's something being held back from you. And it may not be that they're taking anything from you, though it could end up being that way. It's that they're not telling you everything, right? So the moon is associated with, like, so everybody's like, well, the moon is Cancer, right? But it's associated with Pisces. The moon card is, right? And the reason that is because if you understand the sign of Pisces, I hate to say it, is about loss, right? But the only reason it's about loss is because this planet Neptune is about everything is one. It's having no boundaries, right? So when you don't understand boundaries at all, you try to mold yourself into whatever you're doing, whether it be a relationship, anything. You give all of yourself because you're trying to mold everything into one. And that's kind of what Pisces do. And that's why it feels like that there's a piece of every sign in Pisces, because they're generally going to be flavored by whatever's in their chart. But if they're super strong Pisces, they're not really going to understand boundaries or their role as an individual in anything, because there's no boundaries. They want everything to be together. So that's why the moon is associated with Pisces, because you don't understand, right? You don't know your role in things, and it's confusion, right? And that's why it's always associated with secrecy or something being hidden, because of that, because you don't understand. That's why Pisces a lot of times get taken advantage of in life, and I hate to say that. I know a lot of them it's happened to. It's because they don't understand their specific role in things, right? They get into a relationship with an individual, and they literally are trying to meld into the individual. They're doing everything for them, giving themselves completely, right? And that's beautiful in and of itself, but they're not understanding their own individual role in it, and they lose their individual sovereignty because of it. And then they get lost in it, and then poor things a lot of times get taken advantage of. It's not always the case, but it's what the sign is about. And that's why in this case it's associated with the moon. In the tarot, that's why Pisces is associated with the moon and not Cancer. So this is something that's not being shown to you. And it's something that you don't understand, or like you can't find your role in it. Like you don't know what the boundaries are. You don't know what the situation is. Something's being kept from you, so you don't understand your role in it. Okay? And that's what it feels like. And it's coming from a message. And it's just like a message comes in, and it specifically is like, it's going to throw you off. You're going to be like, what? What are you talking about? Ooh, okay. I'm going to see what this death card's all about. Here's the wish card again. 9-9. You got 3 9s in a row. Okay. You need to be paying attention to 9. You're going to be seeing 9s probably everywhere. You literally got 3 9s. I'm not even kidding. On the death card. 9-9-9. 9 of cups. 9 of rods, 9 of swords. So, I mean, like, we can look at the cards or we can look at the number 9, like I said. It's the boss number, the Fibonacci sequence. It's the end of something and the beginning of something else. And it's saying it right here in the, and you had 2 9s down here in the advice with the Fool. So you got 9s everywhere. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. I mean, 9s. And 9 in German is no. 9. But I mean, if we look at it for what it is, it's saying you have this wish. And you're fighting. It's a strong wish. You have everything you need to make it happen, but there's something creeping in your mind that's not letting you get there. Right? I think there's cruelty in your environment. It could. I hate to say it. It's either someone in your environment or you're doing it to yourself. And this could definitely suggest that you're doing it yourself. And we all have intrusive thoughts and negative thoughts, right? And it's not about blocking them out. It's not. Everybody's like, oh, think positive. No. I mean, yes, when you can, absolutely, but you can't block thoughts and force them into your unconscious, right? When you have them. If you do that, it's just going to build pressure. The more and more and more you push down in there, the more it builds. And it's like building. It's like a pressure cooker. And then eventually it's going to explode out of your unconscious all over the world and in your face. And it's going to be terrible. That's why when you do have a negative thought or a negative situation, you think about it. Why did I think that? And then you try to actually dissect it and be like, oh, okay, that's why. And be patient with yourself and be like, that's okay. That people have negative thoughts. I promise you. As bad as a thought as it is, or as bad as a feeling as you have, I promise you, many others have had the same thing. In their own flavor, but still, it's normal. So acknowledge it. You don't have to tell anybody around you. You can if you really, really trust someone, but be like, yo, I thought it probably for this reason. Maybe this stimulated that. Maybe it's something I saw on TV. Who knows? A lot of this stuff does come from the collective, unconscious. And then acknowledge it and give it its place, and then integrate it. And then be like, okay. And then once you've acknowledged it, and understood it, and you integrate it, it doesn't build pressure. It still lives there, kind of, but it doesn't really need to like force itself up because you understood it. When you try to block it and force it, that's when you build the pressure. So like, if you're doing stuff like that, try to understand if that's what it is. Now, if it's a person, and It could be a water sign. I mean, with that Page of Cups there and a Scorpio, it could be an immature water sign. Like an immature Scorpio is a terrible thing. Make no mistake. That's when they're the scorpion, stinging you with that tail. Emotional manipulation, lashing out. And if it is something like that, or someone that's like that, I think you're going to have to make the decision to start anew. Or at least that's what you're leaning toward. And with all these nines, it's suggesting the end of it. The end. Maybe it's just the end of that way of thinking, right? And that's what the transformation is. Nines are all over the place for you. And that's, the number for Sagittarius because it's the ninth sign of the zodiac. Even though none of those cards are associated with Sag. Let's see. Actually, the nine of, if you look at in this deck, the nine of rods, you'll see the sign for Sag right at the bottom right there, the arrow. So this card actually is associated with Sag. But I don't know that there's a lot of Jupiter or Sag energy here. I'm going to see what this... you got a lot of nines, though. So many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got six nines. I'm going to see... right here. We want to see what this situation is. Oh, it's definitely an end of a cycle. Man, it's screaming. Okay. There's some kind of energy. It could be some kind of domineering figure in your life with the Emperor. Some kind of domineering figure, right? And it's the end, right? Heartbreak and ruin. The end of the cycle. It's done. Whoever this individual is, don't listen. If it's somebody that just kind of comes in and starts trying to like take over things, like maybe you're trying to create something, or like it's your wish and you're trying to start something, and somebody comes in with this message and starts trying to take over. Maybe it's an ex coming back trying to get in your business. Don't let them. Just be like, I mean, you don't have to be mean about it or anything. Just be like, oh, okay, and then just don't hit him back. Don't talk to him anymore. Just don't even respond if you can help it. But it's looking like it's this kind of energy is going to be coming in, whether it's from a person, multiple people, could just be a message that you get or some kind of information that you get, and it's going to try to throw you off. Don't let it, right? It's going to be it's the end of a cycle with whoever this individual is, or that kind of energy. If it's something you have to transform in yourself, don't be. This is saying like don't be so hard on yourself, right? Like you have to spend the rest of your life with you. You are the one that does, right? And all you have truly is you. This consciousness that you call whatever your name is you, right? So be loving to yourself. Be forgiving for sure, because like it's very hard to get it from anywhere else around us. So we have to do it for ourselves. So if you're being like this to yourself, stop. All right? There's just know that there's good coming. The end is near for that kind of thinking or that kind of person in your life, and that the new start is coming, right? So just know that, and you're going to be good. Even if it is a heartbreak, right? Even if it is having to separate from someone, in the end, it's going to be better for you. No matter how much it hurts in the moment, in the end, it's going to be better for you. There's no doubt in my mind. It's a rough one, Taurus. Like, this got this path over here. It's suggesting, just work. Work on something new. Work on something that you want to show the world. Don't get drug into whatever this person is or this relationship is. And maybe you don't even know what this relationship's coming yet. But it could be somebody trying to enter your life. It's maybe if you're single, maybe it's a new relationship coming. I would think twice about it. If they're signed Scorpio or Aries, maybe not, because that's what those two signs kind of stand out. But if it's just like some new individual, male or female, and they seem kind of overbearing or they seem kind of like wanting to be in control, right here. Avoid it. And if you meet them at work or something like that, just don't pay them no mind. Just continue doing what you do. Like pick this path over here. Like do you. Just keep working. Keep working on whatever it is you're trying to work on in life, and whoever these individuals are trying to come in, individual or individuals, that are going to whatever this message is to try to take from you in some way. Don't pay it no mind. Don't let them influence you. And this was wow. Same exact card for Aries. Conclusions are within reach. So I think whatever this choice you're trying to make, or this confusion you have maybe around a new relationship, or whether you're debating on giving this person the time of day, or if someone enters in, or if you're in a relationship that you feel is toxic, or if it's something you're trying to transform within yourself, the conclusions are within reach. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up. Everything's right here for you. And I think, I think the cup will overfloweth. And I think that's what the advice down here is saying. And we're talking all kind of nines. Like, I would look up 9 symbolism, see what it means to you. Like, there's all kinds of things to look up 9. See how it relates to as many things as you can. Because 9s are going to be everywhere for you. It's a ton of 9s. I think any other numbers stand out like that in this reading. No, none do. It's all 9s. And like I said, it's the boss number. So, yeah. You're at the end of something. Whatever it is that you're about to accomplish. Don't let anything knock you off of what you're about to accomplish. I think you're right there and you're about to accomplish it. Just don't let any influence come in and knock you off of it. And I think you have everything you need. All right, Taurus, I hope that was helpful in some way. This was the 8-8 reading. Please consider liking and subscribing. Like I said, I have a lot of astrology information that I would like to get out there. But until I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm not really going to start doing anything with that. I eventually want to start doing horoscopes, natal chart readings, even personal tarot readings if people want them. But again, until I have a reason to be able to do that or it makes sense to do that, I'm not going to jump the gun, right? But either way, I'm thankful for you being here. If you don't want to like and subscribe or leave a comment, that's fine. You're more than. I'm just grateful that you viewed it. Okay. But if you want to help me build the channel, I'd be really grateful. So thumbs up, subscribe, and hopefully I can start bringing far more content, mainly astrological, but I'll constantly do tarot readings as well. All right, Taurus, that's all I have for you. Happy August.